Hey there guys from YouTube. So today we got ourselves a st-16 Sears. It was sitting for quite some time, at least a year or two. We power washed it and cleaned it up. This tractor is actually not mine. A friend of mine contacted me and was looking around to buy a Sears Suburban. He really wanted one. And well, he found this one himself, contacted the fella that had it, and so I went with him in the truck, and we went for a little drive, and on the way home it was in the back of the truck with us. So it was a pretty good buy, actually. I believe it's a 76 or 77. It's not half bad. I mean, the paint's pretty good, actually. But it does have some issues, like all of them do. After 50 years, they need a little bit of love. So this engine's not original. I put this here just because it was outside in the rain, but I'll open that up. If I can open this hood. There we go. Be careful with it there. So it's a OH160, which this tractor originally would have came with one of those. So at least it's the correct size engine, but it runs and it works. It doesn't smoke. It seems to start up alright, but the carb needs a little bit more adjusting. I think it might actually need a cleaning. And the throttle is pretty much MIA, so this is his set governor, I guess. He tied a piece of wire around there, and then it goes down and underneath and kind of comes around to that spring there, and it's tied around that spring to pull this lever at the right tension. That's your throttle. And he actually had this idle screw turned way in, so I was wondering what was going on here, and well, I don't really know right off the bat that something was missing until I looked at my Bohlins, which has a 15 horsepower version of one of these, the 1556, and well, just right in here there's this threaded area, and a chunk of it's actually broken off. Well, that's where the pivot arm would have gone for your throttle. So we're gonna need to take the one off my 1556 and replicate it. I'm gonna actually have to make one. I don't think it'll be that hard. It's just thin steel. Well, I'll show you quick. If I remember right, it's on this side. Yeah, so there's that same casting on his that has the broken off tab, but it goes far enough in I might be able to thread it a little bit further, and this is what moves side to side. Whether your cable goes up or down, it'll actually influence the throttle. So he just has a piece of wire tied around that spring right now, so I'm gonna have to make this whole arm, which isn't hard. It's just a matter of matching it. So at least I have this tractor with a similar engine to do that with. Speaking of Bohlins, I've accumulated a couple Bohlins decks. That one's the best one out of the bunch, so I'm going to put all the good pieces from these parts decks and make one nice one. And more attachments. This is my Sears plow, my Bohlins plow. I got my Sears discs with some weights on it just to help, and then a Sears cultivator, my drag plow for my Ford LGT, and then I got my boom pole for the Ford LGT and the bucket. So yeah, and then that Sears Suburban st-16 came with this lawnmower deck, which, I mean, it needs some work. I have a really nice deck though, so I'm hoping if he's interested he might buy it. But it also came with this super cool old Sears tiller, which I thought was kind of neat. I haven't seen many of these things around. These are the Widowmaker. Because of that handle and that pin, you could put this in reverse and lock it, and if you go up against something, it'll keep reversing. And well, that's why they called it the Widowmaker. So it's missing some pieces. We actually used the throttle cable because the original throttle on this was the same as this tractor, and it was missing off the tractor. So we put one, we made it work. And this is a Ford LGT snowblower that I recently picked up too. It's in really good shape. It's still got paint on the auger there, so I can't imagine this thing having very many hours of use on it. It's kind of a neat setup. So you get your big pulley, runs off the engine, then a gearbox, 90 degree to a shaft to a chain. It is just single stage, but I kind of want to try it just to see, and it's really complete and nice. And I got this little Ford trailer too that came with the LGT 100. It's not actually a Ford trailer, but yeah. And then this guy, this is the off-road trailer. I had to put new axle underneath because we bent the old one. It came with those tires already actually, so this trailer does pretty good. So it's just a bit of a general update, I guess, today, guys. Yeah, this tractor's not mine, like I said, but it's here just for me to get it dialed in, get it running nice. I mean, it's in pretty good shape overall, really. Most of these ST or SS tractors, this whole front grille is completely, shot and destroyed, most of the ones I've seen. I mean, this one's not perfect either, but it's not the worst I've seen. It has a little boo-boo, but, overall it's not a bad tractor, I don't think. Especially for the price he paid. He got the deck and that rototiller and this. Like I said, that throttle, that worked out perfect. So now he doesn't have that cobbled together mess that was on here. At least it doesn't look as bad. I know there's still holes from the old one, but and then this is my creation, the Suburbanator. It's started to become something now. I got a little cargo thing now. It's an old ammo box, and I actually made this whole thing here underneath just to hold it. It's held on with a bungee cord right now. Oof. And it's on there, I can tell you. And then it just comes right out. And this whole thing was made out of old scrap. This mesh was part of an old fireplace screen. This angle iron was actually a shipping, it came in a crate for shipping stuff from work. They just threw it out. And yeah, I just made it so it attaches to the 3-point hitch. So it's not modified in any way to the tractor. It means I could actually still use this tractor as a tractor with the 3-point attachments. That's what I was going for. Because I didn't want to start, drilling holes and having stuff crazy. Because I still want to use this thing for its intended purpose. As much as fun as it is to drive it around like an ATV, I have a 3-point hitch for it. So, I mean, I use it that way. But, yeah. You guys will see more of this one here soon. It's just a matter of, getting out there and getting some good video footage of it. So, yeah, I could keep on rambling on all day, but it's getting toasty out already. It's getting humid. And I'm getting too hot, so I'm going to retreat to the inside areas with air conditioning for now, guys. But till the next time, have a good one, and stay tuned. We'll see you around. Take care, guys.